Okay, boys and girls, here we are back again today with our lowercase c. And again, just a reminder, I know you should have already done your lowercase c up here at the top. Just as a reminder, it is below the midline. Remember, your capital C touched the top line. But now our lowercase c is going to be below the midline. So we started that middle line. But it does have the same shape, so that should make it a lot easier still to know. You didn't have to learn the new way of creating it. You just had to shorten it down a little bit to fit it underneath that midline, because it is shorter since it is a lowercase c. And remember, you're tracing those at the end as just to kind of help remind you of how the correct way was to draw those letters. And of course, I know you should already have these in your notebooks, or binders I should say. So I'm going to run through these a little quickly because I know most of you already have this. You'll notice the more you practice, the faster you will get. But first, practice carefully and slowly. Do not practice quickly. You will make mistakes and you will learn to create your letters the wrong way. And it's very hard to correct an error you've learned. Just learn it correctly the first time. Alright, we are going to start with our words. So here I see a C. I recognize the A. Here's that cursive S we've been practicing. And then this is our lowercase cursive E, which spells the word case. The detective had a new case to solve. So we're going to start by tracing our word as always, following that C around that we've already done. Follow around to the cursive A. Go back, now up to the midline, add a belly. Tuck it under for an S. A little tiny loop here for the E. Remember, the tall loop is the L, the short loop is the E. And of course the tail on the end. Okay, so again, we're going to start with our lowercase c. Around, make the A. Now up to the midline, add a belly in front for an S, tuck it under, and a little loop for the E and a tail on the end. Case. The next word, I see a C, A, C, cac, and then T-U-S, us, cactus. This is cactus in cursive. So let's follow our letters. C, A, C, is cac. That's the first syllable. And then the second syllable is tus. T, s, tus. Notice there's that S again. Hopefully you're starting to get pretty good with those S's. We've been practicing those in our words quite a bit. All right, cactus. Let's draw it on our own. Cactus. Notice if you sound out the word as you write it, you're very unlikely to leave a letter out because you write the letters as you make the sounds. Here's another word. There's O-W. You've covered that word a few times in our spelling words. This one, is this going to be clone, or clown, clown? This one is the ow sound, so this is the word clown. So let's start with our first blend here. K. Notice there's that tall L. It's different from the short loop, which is the cursive E. Here's our O. A W. Connect it to the N. Now notice that's a tiny little hump in your cursive N because the W puts your line way up here at the top. It does not send you back down again. So you're just going to add a little connector to the next letter, which is just a tiny hump there for the N, back up for the last hump and out. So this one doesn't have an obvious two humps in it this time. So that's a little different, but it's because of where the W ended. Okay, let's write it on our own now. K. L, ow, n, clown. All right, next we have k, l, a, k. See, K makes a k sound. So this is the word clock. K, l, a, Notice both of those letters together make the k sound. Alright, so on our own, k, l, ah, k. CK makes that k sound in clock. Now again, be careful. I know the K has been a tricky one for us. Remember, when you come around and you're making your C, go up like you're going to make an L, come back down. Now go back up again. Now it's starting to look kind of like an H, but no, we're going to tuck it in right here, come down to the baseline, and then kick it back out. So do be careful with that K. That has been one that's been tricky for a lot of us. Notice it's going to be on our next word along with the H too. So let's look at this one. CH. What sound does CH make? Ch. That's right. Ch. So we have ch, ik, because it does make the k sound every time. Ch, ik, n. Chicken. This is chicken. Alright, so let's draw the word first, following what's here. CH is what's making the ch sound. Notice there's that hump. It does come all the way down, back up, back down for the I, but we are not going to dot it right now. We come back and do that when we're finished. Lowercase c, now lowercase k, go up, 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 loop back, down to the baseline, go back up to your midline, tuck it in, kick it out for the lowercase k, little loop for an E, and then here's your two humps for the N, kick it out on the end. Now, you can go back when you're finished and dot your I for chicken. Okay, let's go on to do it independently now. Ch, ik, n, chicken. And notice I gotta go back, dot my I when I'm finished. Chicken. Alright, here's our next word here. Chin. Ch. I. Chicken. Not chicken, that's chin. Here's chicken. My mistake. Chin. As the little pigs said in the Three Little Pigs. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Is what they told the wolf. He was not coming in their house. And of course he did make it in the first two houses though, didn't he? Alright, so chin. C-H-I. You go up, back down. Do not dot it until you're finished with your N. Then go back and dot. Alright, so boys and girls, you'll notice that has been the uppercase and lowercase letters and words. Notice at the bottom of your page, you will actually do this on your own, following along with the letters that are here. What I would do is first trace the word. This is actually Cynthia. So this is actually a C in front of Y making a C sound. So it could say C, or it could say si, depending on the word it's used in. And this one is actually saying si. So Cynthia. This would be a woman's name or girl's name. Notice I write the word, I go back, dot, and cross that T. Now notice this letter is not touching the next one. That's because that's the space between the words. They do not touch. Remember, your words are not supposed to touch. So you can write your word and then come down and write the word again so that you do write that word correctly that you've just practiced. Taking your time, doing it neatly. Dot. Cross the T, then I'll go back up and then write the next word. That's a V. Vacationed. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't sound right. But it does sound like the word vacationed that I have heard. Vacation. Cynthia vacationed. That's probably what that word is, vacationed. Cross the T, dot your I. That was a big, long word, though, boys and girls, I have to admit. So take your time. You might want to do just part of the word at a time. There's your V. Take it over to the A. C. A. Now you need to take a break and work those fingers around, because again, your fingers may be getting tired. We're building muscle in those fingers, so if you need to take a little break and stretch those fingers, you can. All right. Whew. Vacay. Pick up where I left off. Shunned. The T goes up, back down, up, and back down, but a short line this time for the O. N. E. D. I did write my letters a little skinny here toward the end because I was noticing my word was getting longer than the one on top. And I was afraid I'd run out of room, so I did kind of make them a little skinnier. Alright, now I'll go back up and write the word in. This one will be a quick, easy word, especially after vacation. That's a nice little treat. So then come back and write N. Tail. Dot. Chile. Cynthia vacationed in Chile. It's actually another country that's actually down in South America. Whoops, you know what I'm doing? I'm already writing my words and I didn't even trace it. I hope I do it well. I'm going to go ahead and finish since I started. And notice there is a dot there, so I'm going to put my dot because that is the end of the sentence. But I'm still going to go back and trace just to make sure I've got a good feel for that word. Chile. Some people say chili, some people say Chile. But yes, you do make sure you have that dot at the end because that's the end of your sentence. Alright, so same thing again. On your own, you can write this word. Conrad's, that is an apostrophe there between the D and the S because apparently this cricket belongs to him. Conrad's cricket climbed the clock, period. And again at the bottom, you do have one last chance to practice upper and lowercase c's if you have not done that already.